Hello guys, I'm the KingdomPuzzleKey and welcome back to Danganronpa. Last time I ended things a bit abruptly due to things that were happening happening outside, there. I don't want to go into too much detail because one, it's the internet in which my private life is no one's real business, and two, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but basically everything is fine now, and hopefully I won't have to prematurely end video recording like that ever again. So anyways, back to the actual recap. We met with Monokuma in the gym, who basically threatened to reveal our deepest, darkest secrets in 24 hours as an attempt to give us a motive for murder to create the next Blackened. So yeah, now we're back in the morning, and some of the students are missing, either to check to see what the new announcement was we got this morning, that being that something happened to one of our students. So let's see what's up with that.
Perhaps.
It can't be. Has it happened again? Murder? After hearing what Monokuma had to say, the worst possibility forced its way into my mind. It took everything I had to drive that thought away. So, if something really did happen, does that mean someone did it because of what happened yesterday?
Huh?
It can't be. That stuff was just a bunch of old memories. Just old memories, huh? Don't be so sure about that. Clearly, someone felt it was more important than that. Huh? To judge someone else's value based on your own outlook, do you realize how dangerous that is?
What the heck?
Why didn't you say something yesterday?
Naturally.
Did you already forget? This isn't a co-op game. It's every man for himself. What good does it do to me to go out of my way to help you?
Just the worst.
Stop saying that already! There's something wrong with him, for serious. Did he get brainwashed or something?
Wait.
That's not important. What matters right now is that we find out what happened.
That's fine.
She's right. Let's all split up and begin looking. The game is afoot. Byakuya really sees this as a game? Yeesh, chuck this guy up with Celeste for being some of the more disturbing characters in this series. Like, Hifumi is intentionally creepy, but this guy, he's just on a whole other level. Alright, better see what happened. What places should I check out? Maybe something in the back? Oh, Hina!
So,
I knocked on all the doors, but nobody answered. Did they all go see what happened? Oh, then what about the second floor of the school? That's the one place that's new to all of us, so it seems like the natural place for... Alright, second floor, got it.
Yo!
Hey Makoto, honestly, what do you think? Huh? About what?
We're serious.
About Byakuya. You think he's being brainwashed or what? I don't know. You know more about that kind of thing than me, right? What? What's that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, you're some kind of psychic, right?
Hey.
Listen, Makoto, I think you completely misunderstood what it is I do. Okay, listen. Fortune telling is like...
Well?
It's totally different from brainwashing or hypnosis or any of that pseudoscientific bullcrap. I need you to understand that. So you expect me to think fortune telling isn't pseudoscience? Sorry, but I don't want to get yelled at. Yeah. Like, does Hiro not realize that pseudoscience is something like fortune telling, or fortune telling is a form of pseudoscience? Alright, so if I were a killer, where would I want to do the killing? The library? Not enough space. So maybe that just leaves nah, the classroom's not really. So that just leaves that option just leaves the swimming pool. That option just leaves the swimming pool. Huh? The door's open? But aren't these supposed to be locked? An announcement now?
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Investigation? But that means there really has been a... investigation?
It's all clear now.
Just as I thought. Byakuya!
I see.
Judging from what he just said, there can be no doubt a murder really has taken place. Come on! And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering, as if talking only to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door. And the door swung open without a sound. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. Chihiro! What? I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. But as soon as I did... Yeah, same. A wild, almost primeval scream escaped from my mouth. And now, we're in Deadly Life. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand,
Very strange.
most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. Then what is your point? The murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, This murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was spinning. I was still reeling too. Too confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I can even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming! Did something... Ah! Chihiro! That's definitely new.
A body has been discovered.
Well, thanks for stating the obvious, Monokuma.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Yep. Should have seen this coming. What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement? Then Chihiro really is...
Naturally.
dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time at all passed. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body.
Damn.
Damn, I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again. F, man.
What the?
What the F is this? It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Shut up. No, there are more important things to worry about right now than a dumbbell.
Just a second.
Wait,
Hey,
there's something written on the wall. Doesn't that concern you? On the wall? Yeah. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
so...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, the thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
What?
Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
And this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack.
What?
The real... Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I'm surprised at that stupidity.
Well,
I can imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko! Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No, why? 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 She fainted. That did not sound good. Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up! Oh, that's right. I just remember what she said about how she faints any time she sees blood.
Oh.
So she is homophobic. I imagine she does not want too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides our room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like, on purpose. So it's not she didn't faint on purpose. It doesn't count. Got it, Jeff.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up? Is Toko now a zombie? Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know. It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko? Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Okay, now Toko worries me.
what the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world is a front and back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but can someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? Huh? She totally ignored me! Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Oh, hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
of course.
Right as rain! But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works! Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate? What? Does it freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma file!
Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends. Having to suspect all our other friends?
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore.
Oh no!
I hate it too.
Help me!
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all of this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't amass the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon...
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such ignorance.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now. Go ahead. You're a waste of space. Dude! That is just... unnecessarily harsh.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat somebody ya.
Calm down.
Everyone, stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko!
Because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one that killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up. Forget more victims! If we mess this up, we're all dead meat!
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
So then...
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
Hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just 1 would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand this thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then 1 more person's life could still be in danger. Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut up! You need to shut the F up!
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation to a suite. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head by a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file number 2 has been added to the truth bullets. Hey Makoto, you got a second? Huh? Do you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what did you need? I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So, you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But... We need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. There's a dumbbell on the floor and... This is a bloodstain! There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell! The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. So we've added that to the truth bullets. There's a fresh bloodstain on the carpet. It must have splattered with blood during the murder. Huh? The poster got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Alright, so... That's all for now. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well,
I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately on how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came here to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she would also have to come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Another truth bullet. Sakura's account. Alright, Mondo. What are your thoughts on this? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? All I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember what she said more than once. Sure did. Which, I guess explains the trip down here. But, did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Mondo's account has been added to the truth bullets. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, then let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy, I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So, this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't think, right? You could at least try and figure out where we should check without my help. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, and then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling man Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room and only boys into the boys. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get that right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Oh, the phrasing! That actually is pretty clever. So we can't give away our handbooks, but borrowing temporarily is allowed. Very clever, Byakuya, very clever. Yo! I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. Yeah, you're treating me like a puny little appetizer to the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest with your own damn self. I mean, your own damn self. Anyways, Monokuma out!
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out myself? Alright, so let's see. Well, there's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook! No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing in here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here by Akuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of the dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... You're right! This is Sayaka's handbook! Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. We literally just had this conversation. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Main all e-handbooks has been added to the truth bullets.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now I'm really angry!
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing handbooks does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing that what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think its handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been added. Okay, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite. Alright, so... where should we head next? Well, let's review what we have so far. Mainly Mondo's account. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. So I'm assuming that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. Alright, so we have 7 bullets. 7 pieces of evidence. Alright. Now let's check our handy dandy map to see if we can find any... What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want us to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think... you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. How come? That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's just gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Wait, really? What do you mean by that, Byakuya?
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... Ah, hey you two! Big trouble! We need your help!
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please! You gotta help me!
Please!
This is a serious emergency! Please, please, you gotta help me! Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
But it's like an emergency! An emergency? What's happened?
well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. Though I'm for sure he'd just say no. Oh, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina!
Let's go.
It looks like she's headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right! Alright. Let's head to Toko's room. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Huh? You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in a room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know? See how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She'd refused to come out and kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Sorry, I just had to clear out my throat. Alright, let's see what we got here. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Huh? Whoa, Toko's shaking. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Huh. Looks like she's back to normal. I think.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. Wait, Genocide Jack have control? You guys don't think that Genocide Jack is like Toko's alternate personality? Like, if Toko were to have a dissociative personality disorder, I'm getting ahead of myself. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago, I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Someone to persuade her. Byakuya might. Hey, Byakuya, you think you can ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments,
what do you want?
leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bacula!
It's Byakuya.
Byakuya. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control of her again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya. What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise.
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. But Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is this the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay. Wait a sec. Wasn't there a computer here? There's no point in checking there. We need to find the real clues. There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. If I remember, on the other side of the store, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. There's so many files stuffed into the shelf. What's in all these things?
that's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truths for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
And that's the report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. The real... So what's there left to look at? There's a ton of thick files stuffed into the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filed with graphic, disturbing photos of from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents, for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So... Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of this room right here. It's
Interesting.
home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much hopes Pete truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? Can you believe it so easily? How can you believe this so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider unusual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times. Hold on a second. You're saying you've all read these documents? And more than once? But this stuff has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. This can't be for real. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the material gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was young. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all of those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the completed case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin with, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. To save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew of that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. Good.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is... such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. No. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in there, here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Kenharda, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kanoise, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Kamatasata Taro, Takafumi Gono, Uichi Naoisha, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There's no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the exactly same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the student lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Just like what Toko's experiencing right now!
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one was way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file's been added to the truth bullets.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Yeah, as much as I agree with Byakuya, I think this is a good place to end for now. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell to know when I upload. And as always, this is the Kingdom Puzzle Key, signing off!